Hi, I'm Nini, and this is the story of how I found myself lost in a whirlwind of music, competition, and friendship. It all started when I was just a regular kid playing with my dolls. Suddenly, a group of boys came over, laughing and teasing. Then Pinky stepped in. She stood up to the boys, and for the first time, I saw her as more than just my best friend. She was brave.
Out.
But one of the boys threw a baseball at Pinky's head. I was terrified. I grabbed a fire extinguisher and sprayed it all over the group. They scattered, running in all directions. Pinky and I stood there, laughing and feeling victorious. I patched up the bump on her head, and we promised each other we would always be there for one another.
Thank you.
I gave her half of a heart-shaped necklace.
We are
We
best
both wore one.
friends now.
A symbol of our friendship. From that moment on, we were inseparable. But things started to change at school. One day, Pinky got the highest grade in her class, an A+. The girl who scored lower than Pinky threw a fit. She gathered her friends and were bullying her. They crushed her test paper, threw slime in her face. I couldn't take it. I grabbed a stick and told them to leave Pinky alone. One of the boys tried to kiss me, but Pinky pushed him away. We both stood tall, fighting back. We didn't stop until they ran off, defeated. It was a sunny afternoon, and Pinky and I decided to go to the pool. We were having a great time, splashing around, enjoying the day. But things took a turn when a group of boys decided to mess with us. They stole our clothes while we were swimming. When we finished swimming and came back to change, our clothes were gone. We went to the information counter asking if they had
Can you
seen them,
lend us
but the
some
staff
clothes?
only had one spare
Only
towel.
one.
Pinky and I exchanged glances, both of us thinking the same thing. We decided to wear the same towel and walk through the whole pool area. At my birthday, Pinky came over to give me a gift. She handed me a small cake, a sweet gesture.
Happy birthday!
Pinky smiled and said, "Let's go sing karaoke to celebrate." She pulled me into the karaoke room at the corner of the street, excited to show me her new singing skills. We were having fun when suddenly a music producer walked by. He saw Pinky singing and immediately became interested. The music producer took us to his company. He sat down with Pinky and offered her a contract. Pinky's eyes sparkled with excitement. She was going to be a star, but for me, it was different. The next day, we sat together at a cafe, enjoying our drinks. But soon after, the producer arrived and took Pinky away for practice. I watched as she left, knowing things were changing. It had been a while since I last saw Pinky at school.
Huh?
I tried calling her, but she didn't pick up. When I went to her house, I was stunned to find out her family had moved without saying goodbye. I was heartbroken, completely lost. My best friend was gone without a trace. I turned on the TV and saw Pinky performing on stage with her new K-pop
We
group.
are best
I
friends.
stared at the screen, my heart pounding. How could she forget me so easily? From that day on, I couldn't stand anything related to K-pop. Whenever I walked by a store playing K-pop music, I would turn it off. Every time I saw someone idolizing K-pop, it felt like a reminder of how abandoned I felt. Pinky was living her dream while I was stuck in my frustration. I started working at a new company, hoping to put my mind off things. At work, there was a boy who was always helping me, carrying documents, sharing his lunch with me. We spent late nights together working, and somewhere along the way, I started developing feelings for him. One day, the boy showed up with 2 tickets to a K-pop concert, offering to take me. I felt uneasy, knowing how much K-pop had hurt me. As we walked down the street, I saw a group of fans gathered around. I couldn't hold it in anymore. One day, he was practicing for his idol audition. When I knocked on the door, he quickly shoved everything away and opened the door with a nervous smile. I noticed something on the floor, a poster of an idol hidden under the couch. I picked it up. He panicked, grabbed the poster from my hands, and crumpled it up. Later, at the training facility, I called him. He rushed to change and came to have dinner with me. While I was going to the bathroom, he left again, this time for a quick practice session. I didn't think much of it at the time, but when I saw his phone the next morning, it was left on the table. I picked up his phone and saw the video he recorded. Him singing, practicing for his idol audition. He had been hiding his dream from me. I couldn't just ignore it anymore. I showed up at the audition site. I stormed in and pulled him out of the audition. He looked at me, confused and upset. He tried to explain, but I wasn't listening. He had been hiding this from me, and I felt betrayed. Suddenly, I heard a voice that I hadn't heard in so long. I turned around and I saw Pinky. I shoved her away and stormed off. My friend had followed me, but then she tripped and was hit by a car. In the hospital room, my friend explained everything. She told me she had signed a contract with a music company, which meant she had to change her phone, her house. She tried to reach me to say goodbye, but I had been gone when she came by.
I miss you so much.
I was torn, but I hugged her. The next day, my friend and I were walking down the street when we passed a live broadcast of an idol competition. I stopped to watch, and there he was, my boyfriend. He won the competition. He saw me. We smiled at each other. The distance between us shrank from that moment.